And now Paul. I've actually found it really difficult to write a concise speech regarding Paul, because he's someone who probably has the most amount of quirks and nuances of anyone I've ever known. And in fact, to do this justice, I could probably speak for 2 hours, giving you a 15-minute interval. Unfortunately, I've been told we're short of time, so I've managed to get this down to a nice 45 minutes. Paul's not really been trusting me ever since I arranged his stag do. So when I phoned him up recently saying, Paul, I just don't know how I'm going to get the speech, the poem, the dance and the song all together into one neat package, he laughed at me and told me, whatever. Well, Paul, time for the truth. I did write a poem, but Nikki's was so much better, I'm not going to do it. As my dancing is embarrassing enough and everyone will get to witness that in just a couple of minutes, I've decided not to do that, but I have actually written you a song. I bought a ukulele 6 weeks ago, and I've never played a string instrument in my life before. And anyone who's ever watched Paul play bass, they'll realise he's never played a string instrument either. I learnt it, I came up with a great tune, and I practiced daily for hours. Unfortunately, last week I actually broke the ukulele. So I've now gone for plan B, a backing track. But what do I put into the song, and what do I take out? What's not too rude, what's not too unfunny, what's not too humorless? Well, I've decided not to tell everybody about when you were racing in your Ford Mondeo, crashed and almost killed yourself and Ariel, because, hey, that's not very funny. I've decided not to tell everybody how on a day-to-day basis you cry when watching Deal or No Deal, because that people might question your sexuality. I've decided not to tell everybody how 90% of the times you phone me, you are sitting on the toilet, because I find it vulgar and gross and don't understand why you keep doing it. And I've also decided not to tell everybody how it took you 4 attempts to pass your driving exam, even though you told Danny you passed first time. Because I wouldn't want the reason why you have your first argument as a married couple. It's also very difficult into a song lyric to describe the noises that Paul makes. Paul has a noise which goes with a facial expression, but you're not sure what the resulting words might be until you listen to the whole sentence. It goes something a little bit like this. What do you mean? When someone asks him if they can borrow a £5 off him. Best ever! Anytime he eats hummus and falafel. Worst ever! When he realises there's sweet corn in it. My stomach! When he's had some milk. Oh, more chicken, yes please, that'd be great. Having Paul as a friend has also been helpful for my own personal life. You see, my mother, on a day-to-day basis, has often questioned, when am I going to settle down? When am I going to get married? All your friends have, of which I've been able to respond, well, no, Paul hasn't. In fact, Paul, I don't know if you remember this, but about 5 or 6 years ago, we chatted about this, and you said you couldn't imagine getting married before you were 35. In fact, I even made you promise. Cheers. So with that in mind, I've written this song called Bestman Again. Open brackets, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Close brackets. 2 warnings for everybody. Number 1, I can't sing, so I apologise if your ears bleed. Number 2, I've given myself an 18 rating, so apologies if you're easily offended. And Paul, as I don't have my ukulele, I've decided to do this to the backing track of one of your favourite artists as a child growing up, Mr. Barry White. Hit it. Here I am, once again, just another best man. When will my luck ever change? But this song's not about me, it's about PR, our Grim, you see, and the love of his life. No, not Arsenal, Danny. Yeah. At 13, I met Paul at school. Back then, I wasn't cool, but Paul agreed to be my friend anyway. He dyed his hair blonde, he had a piercing in his ear. I'd stay at his house for most of the year. When we were apart, we'd speak every day. Our friendship blossomed over football, WWF and the Adult Channel. A special thanks to Dave for picking up the bill. It wasn't just for either. Paul would keep me awake till 4 a.m. to watch the Oscars and all his predictions. When he got them all right, he thought he was Brill. Now Sammy the snake was Paul's first ever pet. 9 months of not eating, poor Sammy was dead. Paul decided he needed pets that had legs. When I first met Paul, all his hair was on his head, but now he's become a manscaper instead. It means he shaves his head, chest, bottom and his balls. Here I am, once again, just a flipping best man. How did my life turn out this way? Oh, I was never the stud of the group, but I did okay, like a young man should. But now I can't find a bride, even if I pay. But this isn't about my life of strife, oh no. It's about PR and his beautiful wife. They met 20 months ago when Danny Facebooked him. Modern technology isn't a sin, it's been plain sailing ever since then. Okay, unfortunately this is meant to quickly... Oh, it's good, here we go. Now, Paul's had his fair share of girls in the past. Admittedly for me, some of those were tarts. But looking in his eyes, talking about Danny, I knew this would last. And today they did finally wed, but a tear was something I didn't shed. Instead, I'm the one who's all sweaty. Here I am, once again, just a bloody best man. How did PR get married before me? You want some evidence? He's got OCD and he sits when he pees. He likes wearing women's clothing. He's got knobbly knees. What Danny sees in him is beyond me. He first started eating veggies when he was 17. He has the worst ever stomach, some of you know what I mean. He sniffs his food before eating. Music and films, he's a proper geek. He only makes love allegedly once a week. And that's if he's not too tired. Now PR said he'd never fold, he'd never get married until he was old. He set the bar at age 35. Well, you're only 32 and look what you did. You lied to me, you piece of... I'm like the only one who's not married. So I am one of the few unmarried men left in the group of my carmel friends. I really, really just don't know what to say. No, I really don't know what to say. I mean, I'm going to go home now. My mother's going to be like, so Stuart, when are you going to settle down? When are you going to get married? All your friends have. And now what do I say? No, they haven't all got married. Charlotte's not married. I know she's 9 years younger than me. I know she's not actually a friend of mine. Ooh, Charlotte's not married. I'm joking. So another wedding and I'm on the prowl. I'll stay up real late, like a night owl, just reminding the single ladies I'm available. Thank you. I'm not finished yet. Now, Danny, it's my time to talk to you. I want to make sure you know what to do. When PR gets into a rage, it's very simple. First laugh at him and then just sit him down. Give him the controller, you go shopping town. And let him play Pro Evo for the day. You see, Danny, men are like floor tiles. If you lay them just right, you can walk over them for the rest of your life. Enjoy yourself later on tonight. Now, Danny doesn't know if it's good or it's bad. You see, most women marry men who are just like their dads. That's why mothers, they cry at weddings. So I'll end my song and a tequila I will slam. Danny, I'm proud of having you in the fam. The family of lifelong friends who are here today. Let me tell you something. Today has been perfect. You look stunning in your gown. Thank goodness, PR, you've written your speech down. I hope you both enjoyed your wedding day. Hey. I'll finish right here. And I apologize for my bad language. Didn't mean to make you cry. Sometimes I get carried away. So here's my final plea to any unmarried girl who's thinking of giving a fat man a whirl. I hear that I'm at least a decent lay. Can't believe I said that. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and charge your glasses. I'd like to make a toast to the beautiful bride and the gorgeous groom, Mr. and Mrs. Richmond. It's to Danny and Paul. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Mann!